They finally released a brand new day Spider-Man trailer, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I'm so hyped for this movie. Everything in the trailer looks so good to me. The suit looks amazing. I like how the red is more darker and the webbing isn't separated like in the first costume. And those lenses, oh my god, they're absolutely stunning. Peter casually just falls off the building, and then we get like a close-up into his mask, and this looks like really unrealistic, but I just like it anyways. It's like showing us that like Peter's in his own head or something. It cuts to like Peter in this shop where he's spying on the man himself, the CEO of sex. Then we cut to Peter getting the key to the city, and we can really see that Tom has been working out a lot. He looks way bulkier. Also, isn't Kingpin supposed to be like the mayor? I'm not really tapped in with Daredevil, so I don't know all about that, but I just remember seeing a clip of like Kingpin saying he was like the new mayor or something. And then we see him mask up jumping off of a fan, and if I'm being honest, the first time I saw this scene it was like cut, so I thought it was like really like bad CGI, but now that I can see the full clip fully, like it looks really good. We then shoot to like more swinging scenes like with him versus the tank, and then we cut to Frank hitting him with a van. And right here I'm like really surprised because like Spider-Man calls Frank by his first name even though they like never met in the MCU. So like I'm either thinking like somewhere in the first few minutes of the movie they meet, or Spider-Man's been keeping tabs on criminals and he just knows that Frank Castle is like a vigilante. Frank then shoots Peter with like a rocket, and Peter like tanks it to the chest. Then we cut to Peter like launching back at Frank and smacks him out. I'm being so for real, like he literally just smacks him, and then he just like babies Frank, webbing his mouth and telling him to go home. And then we cut again to Peter at like some party, and I think it's because like he's spying on MJ and Ned, and then we see MJ with this random guy. And if this is Paul, us Spider-Man fans will riot. And then we cut to Peter again after the party, and the reason why I'm assuming it's after the party is because he's still wearing the same outfit. Peter then collapses onto the ground, and we cut to him breaking out of like a web cocoon, and it looks like they gave him organic webs now, which honestly I'm completely fine with. Then we cut to him getting scanned by a machine that I'm assuming is Dr. Bruce's banners, which Peter is coming to ask Bruce for help. And then we cut to like Peter getting overwhelmed with like probably his new senses. Then we cut to him like seeing what happened before he fainted, and Bruce says Peter is mutating and that's probably bad, and he says this while showing us Peter trying like testing out his new abilities. We also see him visit Aunt May's grave, and then it cuts to this like random room, and then cuts to more explosions. Then it cuts to Peter like opening the tank to see an old lady, and then pans to this guy who's getting like taken over, and then pans to another guy who's also gotten taken over. And the guy that's like voicing over like all these scenes, he sounds really familiar to Tombstone in the Spectacular Spider-Man series. Just listen.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
To see Mr. Lincoln.
Then you should make an appointment. But perhaps we'll make an exception for the hero of the day. I am L. Thompson Lincoln. In my life, I've been called many names. My favorite is Tombstone.
I might be wrong, but I feel like that would be Tombstone who's talking, but that's just me.
Then we see Sadie Sink's character, and it looks like she's in Peter's room right now. Or maybe she's just somewhere else. And then we finally get to see Scorpion. They hyped him up at the end of Homecoming, and then we didn't see him for like 2 whole movies. We then see him knock back Spider-Man, but if you look closely, you can see like how expressive his mask is. And this right here has to be my favorite scene in the whole entire trailer. I don't know why. It's probably like the camera work and just like how the sun just flares, and it's just my favorite shot in the whole entire trailer. We then cut to Spider-Man and MJ on top of a building, and I'm really interested in what they could be talking about, because I know MJ would have some memories of helping like Spider-Man out, because everyone still remembers Spider-Man, but no one remembers Peter Parker. And it'd just be like weird having like a hole for the face of Spider-Man in like your head, and this will like make sense later. We then get all these like really cool shots of Peter like fighting different villains, and then we cut to Spider-Man versus the Hand, and he shatters the sword with his webs. Peter has to be on some serious demon timing to be like doing this. And the last scene is like Peter giving them flowers as a housewarming gift. But if you can see, like right behind Peter, there's like a poster board like full of Spider-Man pictures. And it seems like they're really trying to do this because like they have these like memories with Spider-Man. And then all of a sudden there's like holes in his face where like Peter should be. And this probably leads to the scene where MJ and Spider-Man are on top of that building.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
friendly neighbor.
I honestly cannot wait for July. I'll be the first one at the movie theaters, ready to watch Peak.